resolved. This video has been prepared for educational purposes only. No part of it may be reproduced or copied without the permission of the copyright holder.
Hello friends, this is Shreyans Kothari and I welcome you all to the YouTube channel of S. Chand Academy. Yes, you have landed the right place because here we are with the video solution of Quantitative Aptitude. Man, this is the book. This is the book you need for any examination. I think the most comprehensive book for Quantitative Aptitude in any competition. You name the competition exam. You want to go for UPSC, it is there. You want to go for bank, you want to go for SSC, railways, campus recruitments, whatever you want to go for, just go for this book first. And this book is a gateway for all the competition examination. आपको क्या करना है? This channel provides you a lot of video solutions. The basic concept we follow is we just clear the concept first and we take some of the questions from the chapters so that you get everything about that chapter in a single video. अगर आपके पास book नहीं है, अभी जाइए book लीजिए. But this video can act as a standalone video because by using this video, by viewing this video, the chapter will be clear itself. So what are you waiting for? Without wasting time, let's move to the chapter. So here we go with the chapter number 18, time and distance. Time and distance एक ऐसा basic topic है जिसके बेस पे आगे कुछ टॉपिक्स हम लोग पढ़ेंगे जैसे बोथ्स एंड स्ट्रीम. सो बेसिक टॉपिक टाइम एंड डिस्टेंस है, उसके बाद आप बोथ्स एंड स्ट्रीम पढ़ पाएंगे. टाइम एंड ट्रेन, डिस्टेंस एंड ट्रेन एंड डिस्टेंस. सो इस तरह के टॉपिक्स जहां पे आपका बेस बनता है ये आपको बहुत अच्छे से होना चाहिए. लोड्स ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आर गिवन इन द चैप्टर. व्हाट आई विल डू इज मैं बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट को क्लियर करूंगा. मैं कोशिश करूंगा एक एक चीज आपको समझा पाऊं. समझाने के बाद इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है? इंपॉर्टेंट इज डू ऑल द क्वेश्चंस. मोर देन सफिशिएंट क्वेश्चंस आर गिवन इन दिस बुक. You don't need to go anywhere else. No need of referring any other book. If you do all the question of this book, of this chapter, बहुत अच्छे से strong कर देगा आपका topic. अच्छी बात क्या है? All the questions are with the answers, with the solutions, everything is there. You just need to sit and do all the question. That is it. हम theory को पढ़ेंगे, समझेंगे कि time and distance का concept क्या है. See, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर्मूला एक ही है बॉस, स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. आई डोंट नो कितने सालों पहले ये टॉपिक स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम, कितने ही सालों पहले हमने ये टॉपिक पढ़ा होगा या कितने ही सालों पहले ये फॉर्मूला पढ़ा होगा. दिस इज द ओनली फॉर्मूला जिससे स्पीड का कोई भी चीज आप कर सकते हैं. सो जस्ट रिमेंबर दिस, स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. मैक्सिमम क्वेश्चन में इस फॉर्मूले से हम कहानी शुरू करेंगे या कई जगह पे जहां अटक जाएंगे वहां ये वर्ड ये याद आएगा आपको. सो बेसिक फॉर्मूला, इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर्मूला, स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. जैसे आप स्पीड बढ़ाते हैं वैसे आपका डिस्टेंस ज्यादा कवर होता है. स्पीड बढ़ाते हैं डिस्टेंस कवर होता है, स्पीड बढ़ाते हैं डिस्टेंस ज्यादा कवर होता है. स्पीड बढ़ाते हैं तो कम टाइम लगता है उस डिस्टेंस को कवर करने के लिए. स्पीड बढ़ाते हैं टाइम कम लगता है, स्पीड कम कर लेते हैं टाइम ज्यादा लगता है. सो यू कैन सी दैट speed is directly proportional to the direction and inversely proportional to the time. ये basic concept आपके दिमाग में आपको रखना ही पड़ेगा, right? Now we move on to the basic formula. See, it is written speed is equal to distance upon time. First thing is that, first thing, because ये से कहानी शुरू होती है. Second is time is equal to distance upon speed. So simple है, time इधर ले लीजिए, speed इधर आ जाएगा, cross multiplication. And third one is स्पीड को उधर से मल्टीप्लाई कर लीजिए, डिस्टेंस अकेला रह जाएगा, डिस्टेंस इज इक्वल टू स्पीड इनटू टाइम. बेसिक फॉर्मूला है ये, अकेला फॉर्मूला सब कुछ कह देता है, आपको दूसरे याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. एक फॉर्मूला याद रखो, वैल्यूज पुट करो, यू गेट द आंसर. सो बेसिक तो यहीं से स्टार्ट होगा. आपका क्वेश्चन को पढ़ना है, चीजों को समझना है, एंड दैट इज व्हाट एक्चुअली टू बी डन. सेकेंड इज x किलोमीटर पर आवर. इफ एनीथिंग इज इन किलोमीटर पर आवर and sometimes you need to change it into meter per second. So एक फॉर्मूला बताता हूं जो बहुत हेल्प करेगा आपकी. This is kilometer per hour, this is meter per second. What do you know, what do you want to do? आपको किलोमीटर से मीटर यानी कि छोटी वैल्यू पे आना है. We have two things, 5 and 18. Maximum time स्टूडेंट्स रिमेंबर कि 5 और 18 का यूज लेना है. मैक्सिमम टाइम दे फॉरगेट कि पहले 5 ऊपर रखना है या 18 ऊपर रखना है, नीचे 5 आएगा या 18 आएगा, जनरली दे फॉरगेट. सो इजी तरीका बता रहा हूं. सी किलोमीटर इज अ बिग वैल्यू, we need to convert into the small value. So if you need to convert into small value, put small value in the numerator side and the bigger one at the denominator. Similar way, अगर आपको मीटर से किलोमीटर, if you want to convert this small value into bigger value, so if you want to do it in the bigger value, put bigger value at the top. That means put bigger value at numerator side and the denominator is small. This is the best way you can remember this. You will not forget this. Speed is equal to distance upon time, first thing. Second thing is, if you need to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, just do one thing. Put 5 on the upper side, 18 on the lower side and just multiply 5 by 18. Fourth part, if the ratio of speeds of A and B is like A and B, ratio of times taken, right? As you know it very well, speed is inversely proportional to time. When time increases, speed decreases. Speed increases, time decreases. Simple है. So अगर इनका ratio A is to B है, that is speed का ratio. If it is A is to B, then you need to understand the ratio of time will be 1 upon A by 1 upon B. Why so? It is inversely proportional. So you can say that B is to A. B is to A. That is the best way you can do. In this way, you need to remember the thing. So first is, if speed is in A is to B ratio, then time is in B is to A ratio. Next, suppose a man covers a certain distance at X kilometer per hour and an equal distance at Y kilometer per hour. एक distance he or she covers in X kilometer per hour, equal distance but covers in a different speed, that is Y kilometer per hour. Then the average speed यहाँ पे वो नहीं है कि average निकाल देंगे A plus V by 2. No, we have a proper formula for that. 2xy divided by x plus y. Just remember it and the question is done. Directly questions आते हैं exam में, directly. 2xy upon x plus y, that is the formula for this average of x plus y का speed, right? Okay, next is, suppose two men are moving in same direction. If they are moving in same direction, so one direction is this, it is in the same direction. So relative speed is, they will actually cancel the other speed. Why so? Because it needs to be removed so that you get the relative speed. So relative speed is u and v, that means u minus v is the relative speed. What is relative speed? Relative speed is basically the resultant speed, the total speed. That will be like u minus v if u is bigger and v is smaller. u is faster and v is slower. Average speed निकालना है दो अगर same direction में जा रही गाड़ियों का, the best way is u minus v. But if they are moving in opposite direction, or you can say they are facing each other, और फिर आपको करना है, see, ये गाड़ी बहुत तेज आएगी, ये गाड़ी बहुत तेज आएगी, तो दोनों जल्दी पहुंच जाएंगे, that means आपको speed add करना है. जब दोनों एक ही डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हैं, स्पीड माइनस किया जाएगा. ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शंस हैं, उनकी स्पीड को ऐड किया जाएगा, राइट? सो इट इज u plus v मीटर पर सेकेंड. नाउ लास्ट पॉइंट, इफ टू पर्सन्स A and B start at the same time in opposite direction from 2 points and after passing each other they complete the journey in A and B hours, what do? Two people are coming, they are just coming opposite to each other, they just met and then they go to their different places. उस meeting point के बाद, if A covers A hours and B covers B hours, then the ratio of their speed will be root B is to A, opposite and root as well. ये क्वेश्चन के भी डायरेक्ट एप्लीकेशन आपको एग्जाम में एज इट इज आ जाएगा. सो अभी तक मैंने जितना पढ़ाया ना, समझ लो आपका स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम सब कुछ हो गया. ओनली थिंग इज हम इसको अप्लाई कैसे करेंगे, क्वेश्चंस में कैसे करेंगे. आई ट्राई कि आपको डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस इन हैंड एक्सपीरियंस मिल जाए. सो आई डू सम ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस हियर. द मेन पॉइंट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर इज डू ऑल द क्वेश्चंस, ऑल द रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चंस from it should be done by you so that कॉन्सेप्ट अच्छे से क्लियर हो जाए. इजी चैप्टर है, फटाफट हो जाएगा. आपको अपने हाथ से क्वेश्चंस करने पड़ेंगे. अगर ये वीडियो अच्छा लग रहा है, चीजें समझ आ रही है, दोस्तों इसको शेयर करिए, शेयर टू ऑल योर फ्रेंड्स. एंड अगर अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया ना, जस्ट डू इट मैन, सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए so that you get the latest update with you, right? Here we go. Question number 1, that is from SSC CGL Tier 2 question, Tier 2, Level 2, that is CBE, Computer Based Exam. Two bikers A and B, there are two bikers and ride at 75 km/h and 60 km/h towards each other. They meet after 20 minutes. How far were they from each other when they started? So how far were they? See, you need to find the distance. And we know it that speed is equal to distance upon time. So distance is equal to ST. Now we need to find out speed and time first. So distance is the relative speed. If the two bikers are coming towards each other, then the relative speed will be added, right? So what is the relative speed? That is 60 plus 75. And it is multiplied with the time. So what is time? Time is 20 minutes and we need in hours because the speed will be in km/h. So we have 20 by 60. Why so? Because minutes to be converted into hours. So 0 gets cancelled out. We have 2 by 6 here. Just multiply, add these things. 5 and then we have 7 and 6, 13, 135 by 3. Right? 135 by 3. So when I do 135 by 3, we have got here 4 times and 15. We have got 15, that is 5. So 45 is the answer. 45. Here we go. 45 kilometer is how much they are far. Right? Simple calculation, no big thing. बहुत आराम से, बहुत slowly एक एक चीज को आप समझते चले जाइए. And will do. Let's move on to other questions, right? Walking at 3 by 4 of his usual speed, a person reaches his office 18 minutes late than the travel time. हमारी स्पीड को 3 by 4 कर दिया गया, मतलब जो हमारी यूजुअल स्पीड है उसको 3 by 4 कर दिया गया. And the person was 18 minutes late, right? So then what is the usual time in minutes? You need to find the time. See, if the speed, the usual speed, see, 3 by 4 of the usual speed, right? So if it is 3 by 4 of usual speed, then time will be 4 by 3 of usual time. If you understand my point, that speed is always inversely proportional to time. More the speed, less the time. So if the usual speed का 3 by 4 है, तो time usual time का 4 by 3 लगा होगा. If you understand my point. So when it says that 18 minutes late, that means, see for example, it takes usual time to reach a person to his office, right? Usual time में वो office पहुंच जाता है. This time he took more time. What was the more time? He took 4 by 3 of usual time, as it is what we have found out. So 4 by 3 of UT. This 4 by 3 of UT was more than the usual time by 18 minutes when we talk about minutes, right? So we have 4 by 3 minus 1. So if I do it like 1 by 3 UT minus 1 UT is equal to 18. So if I remove 1 minus 1, so only 1 by 3 of, so usual time is 18 into 3. Is that understood? What you need to do is just do the simple things. We know that 4 by 3 UT जो अभी टाइम लगा है, UT जो यूजुअल टाइम लगता है, तो इस बार ज्यादा लगा है. कितना? 18 मिनट ज्यादा लगा है, राइट? सो अगर ये 18 मिनट ज्यादा लगा है तो वो किस कारण से है, वही हमें समझना था. सो व्हेन यू मल्टीप्लाई 18 into 3, it is 54. Is there any option? Yes, we have 54 as option. Simple question. आपको एक एक चीज समझना पड़ेगा. कि actual question क्या कह रहा है. See, question आपको usual speed के बारे में बता रहा था. And when I started this chapter, I told you very clearly that कि time और speed का जो combination है वो दोनों एक दूसरे के inversely proportion है. So when it was 3/4 of speed, we took it 4/3 of universal time, and then we are with the answer. Here we go. So move on to the next question. Question number 6. Places A and B are 144 kilometer apart. दोनों के बीच में 144 किलोमीटर का फासला है. Two cars start simultaneously, one from A, other from B. If they move in the same direction, they after 12 hours they meet. But if they move towards each other, they just meet after 9/8 hours. So the speed of the car moving at the faster speed. Let's see. See, let's assume that a faster car is F and slower car is S. Speed of faster car, speed of slower car. We just divide these into two. Now, if I know, you know it very well, that the distance is 144 kilometer apart, right? When they move in the same direction, if you remember that if two people move in the same direction, their speeds are subtracted. So, faster minus slower, that is the resultant speed, the relative speed into time is known as the distance. Because you know it very well, speed is equal to distance upon time. So, time we multiply here and distance, we know the distance is 144. So, first thing first, 12 divided by here, so 12. So, faster car speed minus slower car speed is 12. That is given, that is equation number 1. If they move towards each other, so when they move toward each other, we know it very well that their speeds are to be added, right? So, S plus F, that is faster plus slower, is equal to, when multiplied with the time. So, that is 9/8 gives again 144. Why so? Because the time is given like this only. Okay, so let's calculate this now. We get F plus S is equal to what? 144 into 8/9. So, do it like 3 times. 13 is like 4 times 3 fours are 12. So, we got 12. That means 4 times. 24, 8 times. So, 48 into 8. Let's multiply 8 into 8 is 64 and 8 4 is so 32 and 6 is 38. So, we have 384 by 3. Let's divide 384 by 3. Okay. So, when we divide this 384 by 3, we have 1 time, then 8 is 2 time, then 24 is 8 time. So, we got 128 here. So, we have one equation F plus S is equal to 128. We have F minus S. How much it was? I guess 12. Yes, it is. F minus S is 12. F minus S is 12. Right? Just add these equations. This is get cancelled out. 2F. 2F is equal to 128 plus 12. So that is 140. So, F is equal to 70. So, the faster car is speed is 7070. Is there any option like that? Yes, it is. So, it is CBE examination SSC CGL previous year question. कुछ भी नहीं करना है, आपको फास्ट प्लस स्लो का एक कॉम्बिनेशन बनाना है. बिकॉज वी नो दैट अगर कोई एक दूसरे के सामने आते हैं, वी एड द स्पीड्स. अगर दूसरे के एक दूसरे के विपरीत जाते हैं, वी सबट्रैक्ट द स्पीड. दैट्स इट. सो वी मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Question number 13. We are here with the question number 13. Ratio of speeds of two aeroplane is 11 is to 18, right? If the first aeroplane covers a distance of 1650 in 3 hours, so what is the speed of the second aeroplane? So we have to find out the speed of second aeroplane, right? See, the first aeroplane covers a distance of 1650 in 3 hours. So we have speed is equal to distance upon time. So we get distance is 1650 divided by time is 3 hours. So just divided 16 is like 5 times. Then again 15 is 5 times and then we have 0. So speed is equal to 54 kilometers per hour. So the ratio of first aeroplane to second aeroplane is 11 is to 18, right? So 11 is to 18 is the speed of first and second. We consider this as 11x and this as 18x, so that this 550 becomes 11x. So 11x is equal to 550. Now we divide this 550, we got 50. So x की value 50 आ जाती है. We have to find the second aeroplane, right? Second aeroplane is 18x, right? So if it is 18x, 18 into 50. So 18 into 5 is 90, so 900. It is 900 kilometer per hour. Why so? Because what we consider or supposed, if the ratio of speeds of two aeroplanes का ratio हमने मान लिया था 11 is to 18, that was given in the question. So 11 को हमने consider किया, okay. See, if 11 is 11x and the 18 part is 18x, we have found the speed of the first aeroplane, that is 550 speed kilometer per hour. When you equivalent this 550 as 11x, just cancel out and x is equal to 50. Now, if x is equal to 50, that means the slower one, or you can say the second aeroplane. The second aeroplane is 18x. When you multiply 18 into the x value is 50, you get 900. Now, this 900 into 5 by 18, why should I do that? Because I want speed in meter per second. So 18, you can remove that 18 into 2 into 100 and 50 and 0. So we have got 50 into 5, that is 250 meter per second. That is the speed in meter per second. Is there any option? Yes, it is. 250 meter per second. And again, it was an MTS non-technical staff question. So, similar way, and only thing you need to know is speed is equal to distance upon time. Speed is equal to distance upon time. All the question you can do with this formula. Let's see. We go to the next question, question number 17 in front of you. Their A and B are 396 kilometer apart. Okay, great. So, we have A here, we have B here, and they are 396 kilometers apart. Train X leaves from A and B for B, and train Y leaves B for A. Same time on the same day on the parallel tracks. Both trains meet after 5.5 hours, right? The speed of the train is 10 km per hour, more than that of the X. So what is the speed of the train Y? Y की speed निकालनी है, right? Do one thing. See, let's consider this y की speed as y only. So x की कितनी हो जाएगी? X will be like y minus 10. So y की speed y and this is y minus 10. Now on the same day, they are moving in front of each other. So the resultant speed, what will be the resultant speed? Resultant will be y plus y minus 10. So that is equivalent to 2y minus 10. That is the speed of the resultant speed of the train. Now when they meet after 5 1/2 hours, so they have met after 5 1/2 hours, and the total distance is 396 kilometer. Now this relative speed, say 2y minus 10, is equal to what? Is equal to the relative distance upon time. So distance is 396 and time is 5 1/2. Let's see. You need to solve this equation and everything is done. So 2y minus 10 is equal to 396. 5 2s are 10. So 11 into 2. So is it divided by totally divided by 11? Let's try it out. 11 into 3 is 33 and 11 into 6 is 66. So 36 into 2, that is 72. So 72 is the speed of 2y minus 10. So 2y is equal to 72 plus 10, then y is equal to 82 by 2, that is 41 kilometer per hour. That is the y speed, and we wanted y only, and we have got 41. That is it. What I have done here is 72. This minus 10 goes here, becomes plus 10. So 72 plus 10 is 82 and this 2 goes there, so 82 by 2 is 41. So we wanted y की speed and we got y की speed. Simple calculation, कोई बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा चौड़ा काम नहीं किया. I believe in simplicity. Simplicity is the best thing. Exam में भी यही करना है. So we move on to the next question. Here we go. Question number 40 for you all. A student goes to school at the rate of 2.5 km per hour and reaches 6 minutes late. If he travels at the speed of 3 km per hour, he goes 10 minutes early. So what is the distance of the school? Okay, so we know that speed is equal to distance upon time. So time is equal to distance upon speed. Now we take two cases. In first case, time is equal to usual time, whatever the usual time is. See, distance is x. So distance we took x. And the first speed, that is 2, 1 by 2. If we subtract 6 from this, it will be the usual time. Understand this first. This is what actual time took. And we got 6 minutes late. 6 minutes late. So if we remove the 6 from here, from this time, it will be the usual time. Why so? हमने दो कंडीशन ली है. पहली कंडीशन में जहां पे हमारी चलने की रेट यानी स्पीड जो है 2.5 है और 6 मिनट हम लोग लेट पहुंच रहे हैं. सो अगर मैं डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड कर दूं, डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड, ये टाइम आ जाएगा. इस टाइम में से 6 मिनट अगर मैं घटा देता हूं, यूजुअल स्पीड आ जाएगी. इन द सिमिलर फैशन डिस्टेंस तो x ही रहेगा. अगर मैं इसमें से 3 डिवाइड करता हूं, डिस्टेंस अपॉन द स्पीड, ये टाइम आ जाएगा. इसमें अगर मैं 10 मिनट्स ऐड कर देता हूं तो ये यूजुअल टाइम आ जाता है. मैंने यूजुअल टाइम निकाला है. समटाइम्स इट इज 6 मिनट्स लेस, समटाइम्स इट इज 10 मिनट्स मोर. सो यूजुअल टाइम दोनों ही बराबर हैं, राइट. सो हम एक काम करते हैं, x बाय 2 1 बाय 2 माइनस 6 इज इक्वल टू x बाय 3 प्लस 10, बिकॉज दिस यूजुअल टाइम इज, मैंने दोनों को जोड़ दिया. सो 2 by 2 is like 2 to the 4 and 1 5. So 2x by 5 minus x by 3 is equal to 16. Why 16? Because this minus goes there and becomes plus 6. Now this is 15. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. So it is like 6x minus 5x is equal to 16. So it will be like x is equal to 16 into 15. But that 16 over here is like the time in minutes and we have to convert this into hours. Why so? Because that 15 or the other things are in speed of kilometer per hour. So you need to convert this into minutes as well, hours as well. So when you do that, it will be divided by 60, right? Now 15 into 4 is 60 and 4. So x is equal to 4. So the usual, the distance between these two places, the distance between A and B place is 4, because we have considered this x as the total distance. So distance came out to be 4 kilometer. That is the way you need to do. हमने पहले टाइम की वैल्यू निकाली. टाइम में पहले वाले फॉर्मूले में हम लगाया तो उससे हमने यूजुअल टाइम निकाला. दूसरे वाले से भी यूजुअल टाइम निकाला. एंड दीज मस्ट बी इक्वल. हाउ कम? बिकॉज दिस इज द टाइम विच वाज 6 मिनट्स लेट. 6 मिनट अगर घटा दूंगा तो यूजुअल टाइम हो जाएगा. इट वाज द टाइम वेयर इट वाज 10 मिनट्स अर्ली. सो इफ इट इज लाइक 10 ऐड कर लूंगा तो यूजुअल टाइम हो जाएगा. इन दोनों को बराबर कर देंगे, इक्वेशन सॉल्व कर देंगे, एंड दैट इज द वे यू डू टू डू. चलते हैं आगे. लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Okay, so these thief type of question. A thief is noticed by a policeman from distance of 200 meter. Thief starts running and the policeman chases him. चोर भागना शुरू करता है, policeman chase करता है. Thief and the policeman run at the speed of 10 km per hour and 11 km per hour. What is the distance between them after 6 minutes? See, this time is given. Earlier this distance is given and the speed of both of them is given. So when they are moving in the same direction, you know it very well the relative speed is 11 km per hour minus 10 km per hour. So this speed is 1 km per hour that can be used as 1000 meter per hour. Because we want the answer is in meter, so we have converted this in 1000 meter per hour. Now in 6 minutes, what will be the distance covered, right? Speed is equal to distance upon time. So distance is equal to speed into time. So what is the speed? Speed is 1000. And what is the time? Time is 6 minutes. So 6 minutes are there, but here we use hour. So what we'll do is divide by 60. So 0 cancels out and 6 cancels out. So we have got distance is equal to 100 meter. So 100 meter is the distance covered in 6 minutes. Now this will be covered 100 meter only. So after 6 minutes, earlier the distance was 200 meter and now we have covered 100 meter. So 200 minus 100 is equal to 100 meter. So 100 meter is the answer. What you need to understand, basic thing is, हमने क्या किया, सबसे पहले रिलेटिव स्पीड निकाली कि अगर चोर आगे दौड़ रहा है, पुलिस पीछे दौड़ रही है, रिलेटिव स्पीड कितनी है, तो we got 1 km per hour. It was in kilometer, we just converted into meter, but hour did not change. अगर इसे मीटर पर सेकंड में करते हम, तो हमें बहुत कुछ करना पड़ता, वो नहीं किया हमने. हमने सिंपल सा किया 100 kilometers per hour, right? Now, if it is 1 km per hour, 1 km per hour can be converted to 100 meters per hour. 100 meters, 1000 meters per hour. And by doing 1000 meters per hour, we got 6 minutes ka distance. 6 minutes mein distance is 1000 km, 1000 meter per hour. And time was 66 minutes. So 6 minutes converted into hours, 6 divided by 60. This is actually done. Now, if this is done, we have 200 meter, that was the earlier difference. 100 was covered in 6 minutes. So they are apart, still 100 meter apart, right? So question number 90, what exactly is said is, the speed of electric train is 25% more than the speed of steam engine train. So we have steam engine train, we have speed of electric train. Electric train runs faster, right? What is the time taken by an electric train to cover a distance which a steam engine takes 4 hours and 25 minutes to cover, right? So we have to find out 4 hours 25 minutes में जितना steam engine करता है उससे कम में यानी कितने टाइम में इलेक्ट्रिक ट्रेन कर लेगी. लेट्स सी, हम लोग चेक करते हैं इसको कैसे. सी हम लोग एक काम करते हैं, स्पीड ऑफ स्टीम इंजन. सो स्टीम इंजन का जो स्पीड होगा, ये तो हो गया x एंड दिस इज इलेक्ट्रिक. सो उसका मैंने x plus 25% of x, right? So it is almost 125 by 100 of x. So it will be like 5 times, it will be 4 times. So it will be 5x by 4. Why 125? Because 1.25, that is percentage. So 125 by 100 is the speed of electric car. Now we have electric, electric engine. So we have electric engine speed, we have steam engine speed. Now say for example, it takes t time for electric engine. So from the chain rule, if you remember, speed of the car and the time, they are how they are related. अगर हम स्पीड बढ़ाते हैं टाइम कम लगता है, स्पीड और बढ़ा देंगे टाइम कम लग जाएगा, अगर स्पीड कम कर देंगे टाइम बढ़ जाएगा. सो डू वन थिंग, पहली बात तो 4 आवर 25 मिनट्स को कैसे लिखेंगे. सो व्हेन आई राइट 4 आवर्स एंड 25 मिनट्स, I can write 4 plus 25 upon 60. Why 60? Because I need to convert this into hours, 25 minutes into hours. Then only they will be added to 4. आपके पास 4 hours हैं, 25 minutes हैं. Minutes को hours में convert करने के लिए we need to divide this by 60. So when I divide this by 60, we got 5. So 5 into 5, 5 into 12. So 4, 5 by 12. 4, 5 by 12 hours. Now from the chain rule, I can do one thing. If it is 4, 5 by 12, that is t time. What is here? It should be reversed. So 4, 5 by 12 is connected to the steam engine, right? So steam engine को हम बाद में लिखेंगे. So for the steam engine, the speed is x and this is 5x by 4. If you remember, in chain rule we used to do one thing, that if this is indirectly proportional, that is inversely proportional, जो इसके साथ attached portion है उसको हम right side में लिखते हैं, left side में नहीं लिखते हैं. Now ये करने के बाद if you remember, हम first and last को multiply करते हैं, बीच वाले दोनों को multiply करते हैं. So we need to multiply the leftmost to the rightmost if you remember. So we have 5 by 4t is equal to 4, 5 by 12 into 1. So we have t here. Do one thing. 12 into 4 is 48. 48 plus 5, 48 and 5, 53. So we have 53 by 12 and we have this 4 by 5 here, right? So 4 is like 3 times. So finally we have arrived at 53 divided by 5. Not 15 because 5 into 3 is 15, right? So 53 by 15. Now we know it very well. It can be written as 45 plus 8 by 15, right? Why 45? Because I wanted to split this. Split this such as maximum multiple of 15. So 45 is the maximum multiple. So here we go. 45 by 15 plus 8 by 15. I have split these two. So it is like 3 times. So 3 8 by 15. So final answer is 3 8 by 15 hours it will take the electric engine. Is there any option like 3 8 by 15? Yes, we have 3 8 by 15. Here we go. So simply what you need to do, starting में हमने क्या किया, पहले तो दोनों की स्पीड ले आए, एक को x मान लिया एंड एक को 5x by 4 because it was 1.25 extra. उसके बाद हमने एक बहुत बेसिक फॉर्मूला लगाया एंड दैट बेसिक फॉर्मूला वाज फ्रॉम द चेन रूल कि बॉस इसको इतना लगता है तो उसको कितना लगेगा. दैट्स इट. वी मूव ऑन टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज फ्रॉम 98. Let's see what is the question is. So a person wishes to reach his destination 90 kilometers away in 3 hours. 3 घंटे हैं उसके पास और उसको 90 kilometers जाना है. Now first half. Say for example we just talk about the first half. What is the first half? We have first half means 45 kilometer. So distance is equal to 45 kilometer. And for the first half, his speed was 20 kilometer per hour. So 20 kilometer per hour. So speed we have 20 kilometers per hour. Now speed is equal to distance upon time. That is my favorite formula. So what is the time taken? Time is equal to distance by speed. Distance is 45 and speed is 20. So what we can do? 45 by 2, 45 by 2 is 22.5. 22.5 that is 225, right? So we have 2.25. Now what is 2.25? This 25 is basically hours. 0.25 hours. 0.25 hours. When we talk about in minutes, so just multiply that by minutes. So point remove and we place 100 here. 0 0 cancels and इसको 5 कर देते हैं, इसको 3 कर देते हैं, इसको 5 कर लेते हैं. So we have 15 minutes. If you understand this, भाई मेरे पास 2.25 hours आए. 0.25 hours को मेरे को minutes में convert करना है. Minutes में convert करने का मतलब मुझे 15 minutes आ गया. Now this is 15 minutes हो गया. So मुझे ये जो half है इसके अंदर 2 hours and 15 minutes लग गया, right? Now मेरे को ये टोटल करना कितने में था? I had to do it in 3 hours. 3 hours में करना था, 2.25 घंटा तो एक ही जगह लग गया. Now what to do? Now what we can do is remaining 45 kilometers in that time. What is the time given? So time is, we have 45 minutes. 45 minutes is 0.75 hours. Why so? Because 0.25 remaining is 0.75. So we have 0.75 hours and we have 45 kilometers to go. So speed is equal to distance by time. In kilometer per hour you want. So what we do is, if I say speed is equal to distance upon time, distance is exactly 45 kilometer. Time remaining is, we have 45 minutes. That is 0.75 hours. If we do like that, this point goes and we have 100 over here. If we calculate, this is 3 times, this is 4 times. Now this is 15 times. 15 into 4 is 60. So we have to move 60 kilometers per hour. But I can see that there is no 60 kilometer per hour. 60 kilometer per hour is not the answer, so we'll go for none of these. But if you see, there is one more option here. The option is 1 kilometer per minute. If it is 60 kilometers per hour, right? If it is 60 kilometer per hour and that hour is 60 minutes, so we just divide this by 60 kilometer per minute. So when I calculate this, it is 1 kilometer per minute. 1 kilometer per minute is same as 60 kilometer per hour. एक घंटे में 1 hour में जो 60 किलोमीटर चलेगा, 1 मिनट में 1 किलोमीटर चलना पड़ेगा. That means this is the answer. So this is the way you need to do. You have to understand each and everything. अभी बहुत easy होता for none of these जाना, but there is option. Option को और अच्छे से अगर नहीं देखोगे, गड़बड़ कर जाओगे. We move on to the next question, everybody. Here we go. Question number 119. A cyclist ride 24 kilometer at 16 kilometer per hour and further 36 at 15 kilometer per hour. You have to find the average. If you remember the average, do one thing. First 24 kilometers, that is speed is equal to distance upon time. So in that way, we have time is equal to distance by speed. So when we talk about time 1 will be distance of 24 kilometer divided by 16 kilometer per hour. So we have with us 8 into 3 and 8 into 2. So time 1 is 3 by 2 hours. Time 2 is equal to 36 kilometers divided by 15 kilometer per hour. So what we can do is 12 times and it is 5 times. So it will be 12 by 5 hours. So total time, what we have is total time. The total time will be 3 by 2 plus 12 by 5. 3 by 2 plus 12 by 5. So that will be divided by 10. 5, 3, 15 plus 12 into 2 is 24. So we get 4 and 5, 9, 2 and 1, 3. 3.9 is the total time. 3.9 hours. We have total hours and the total kilometers. So we have total distance. Now total distance is how much? We have 36 kilometer here, we have 24 kilometer here. So 24 plus 36 adds up to 60 kilometers. Now we have 60 kilometers to go. Average speed is equal to distance upon time. What is the total distance? Total distance is 60 kilometers. What is the time? Time is 3.9. 3.9 means 39 by 10. It is like that, right? So just do one thing. इसको divide कर देते हैं हम लोग. So it is like 13 times. And this is 3 into 13 and this is 3 into 20. So it will be approximately 200 by 13. So when I divide 13 and 200, it's like 1 time and we got 70. 70 is 5 times, that is 65. We get 50. Now we put a point here. So 13 mein 50. 13 to 4 is better. So 3. 3 times is like 39. We got 1, 1 and we got 0. So it will be like approximately 8 times. So is there any option like 15.38 or something? Yes, it is. 15.38. So average speed is equal to total distance covered by total time. That is the actual thing you need to do. This is the question, but I don't think that will be a big challenge for you all. बहुत बेसिक तरीके से किया. मेरा हर क्वेश्चन एकदम बेसिक तरीके से है, बिकॉज बेसिक तरीके से पहले हमने स्पीड निकाला, डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम, उसको टाइम में कन्वर्ट कर लिया, टाइम 1 एंड टाइम 2. हमने टाइम 1 का अलग से निकाल दिया बिकॉज उसका स्पीड और डिस्टेंस दे रखा था, इसका स्पीड और डिस्टेंस दे रखा था. इन दोनों टाइम को ऐड करके हमने टोटल टाइम निकाल लिया. टोटल टाइम निकालने के बाद टोटल डिस्टेंस तो गिवन ही था. टोटल डिस्टेंस अपॉन टोटल टाइम इज द एवरेज स्पीड. This is the way you do. So we come to the last question of the video. Let's see. Question number 152 for you. 3 persons are walking from a place A to another place B. Their speeds are in the ratio of 4:3:5. उनकी स्पीड का रेशियो 4:3:5 है. टाइम का रेशियो क्या होगा? वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. 2 में तो बहुत आसानी से कर लेते, 3 में कैसे करेंगे? If you remember one thing I told you, that speed is inversely proportion to time. Do just one thing. 4:3:5 जो है speed का ratio है. Now convert this into time का ratio. So it will be like 1/4, 1/3 and 1/5. Let's see इसको कैसे easily cut कर सकते हैं. So 4 3s are 12 into 60. So we do one thing. 60 इधर लिख लेते हैं. 60 divided by 4. So when you divide 60 by 4, you get 15. So here we go, 15. Now 60 divided by 3, you get 20. So you write 20 over here. 60 divided by 5, that is 12. So we get 12. So 15, 20, 12. Is there any option like this? 15, 20, 12. Yes, it is. So हमने अच्छे, बड़े, छोटे, बुरे सारे questions में से कुछ क्वेश्चंस जो आपको बेसिक समझा सके, ऐसे क्वेश्चन को लेने का कोशिश किया. आई हैव ट्राइड दैट ऑल द क्वेश्चन टू बी डन वेरी सिंपल मैनर एंड वी हैव ऑलमोस्ट सक्सीडेड इन दैट. व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज डू ऑल द रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चंस. मैं हर वीडियो के लास्ट में यही बात बोलता हूं, डू ऑल द रिमेनिंग क्वेश्चंस. उससे आपको पता चलेगा आप कहां स्टैंड करते हैं, कैसा क्वेश्चन करना है, कहां पे आगे बढ़ना है. डू ऑल द क्वेश्चंस एंड फॉर श्योर यू आर गोइंग टू get through examination. Important topic है और इस टॉपिक के ऊपर कुछ और टॉपिक बनेंगे. ट्रेन एंड स्पीड पूरा इस पे बनेगा एंड बोट एंड स्ट्रीम भी ऐसा ही कुछ बनेगा. उसमें बेसिक यही रहेगा, स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस है, कुछ अच्छे क्वेश्चन आपके लिए रखें, कुछ इजी क्वेश्चन आपके लिए रखें. Do all the questions. So let's move on to the data sufficiency type questions. Here are the questions in which generally what is required. A question is given and 2 data or 3 data are given. Now in these type of question, what we need to do is just identify that which of the data is landing us to the answer. We don't want the answer. हमें answer चाहिए ही नहीं. हमें क्या चाहिए? हमें सिर्फ इतनी सी बात चाहिए कि क्या वो डेटा हमें आंसर तक पहुंचा रहा है. We just want to know that is data sufficient so that you can get the answer or data is insufficient. That is the only part required, right? So here we go with the data sufficiency type questions. Question number 3rd of the data sufficiency question from Bank PU 2009, the earlier exam question. What exactly options are? Let us see. See, option number first, that is if data number 1 is individually sufficient for the answer. B is sufficient and not the first one. C says if both the data are sufficient individually, first is sufficient and second is sufficient. D says both individually data are not sufficient for the answer. And 5th one is individually both the data are not sufficient, but when they are taken together, they are sufficient for the answer. So here we go with the question number 6. Let's see what does it say. Again, I am saying the same thing. We don't want the answer of the question. We just want to know which of the following options will take you to the answer. That is the only thing. क्या डिफरेंस है एक अरिथमेटिक क्वेश्चन को करने में और एक डेटा सफिशिएंसी के क्वेश्चन को करने में? In arithmetic question, you are required to find out the exact answer. But in data sufficiency question, you are required the data which is sufficient or not. So we move on to data number first. But before doing that, just read the question. What is the distance between city A and city B? You need to find the distance, right? So bus starting from A reaches B at 6:15 p.m. at an average of speed 60 kilometer per hour. So 60 kilometer per hour is the speed. Reaching time is given. So if the total time is known, see, 6:15 बजे 6:15 पे अगर वो घड़ी मतलब वो बस पहुंच जाती है, शुरू कब हुई थी? When did it start? We don't know. So start नहीं मालूम होने के कारण the time is not known. If time is not known, how will we find this distance? So not known. Bus at an average speed of 40 km per hour reaches A at 4:35. If it starts from B exactly at noon. Yes, this is what is given. See, we have got A के बीच का B का distance निकालना है. We need to find out distance. We have got the speed. Speed is given as 40 km per hour. And we got the time. Why? See, noon is one time, exactly 12. And this is the other time, 4:35. So when we subtract 12 from 4:35 p.m., we know it very well. The time is also given. So if speed is equal to distance upon time, that means distance is equal to speed into time. So when you multiply this speed with this time, you get the distance. So only second data. Now you understand, हमें आंसर नहीं निकालना पड़ा, हमें सिर्फ ये देखना पड़ा कि ये डेटा आंसर पहुंचाएगा कि नहीं. So let's move on to next question. Question number 6 says that Sachin jogs at constant rate of 80 minutes along the same route every day. How long is the route? So we have got the time we have, distance निकालना है. Now if a speed is given, done. Speed is not given, sorry. Yesterday Sachin began jogging at 5 p.m. Yes, so 5 बजे उसने jog करना start किया. पहुंचा कब? We don't know. If we don't know, sorry boss, data is insufficient. Yesterday Sachin had jogged 5 miles 5:04 p.m. and 8 miles by 6:04 p.m. So what did it say? It said that Sachin ने till 5:40 पर he was at 5 miles and 6:04 पर it was at 8 miles. So we don't know, इसका तो कोई लेना देना नहीं है because start कब किया we don't know. But 5 के बाद 8 तक पहुंचा, 3 miles के लिए उसे इतना टाइम लगा, right? Again I am saying, समझिए इसको. 5 miles तक he took by 5:40 p.m. तो for example वो कभी भी start हुआ X टाइम पे, 2 बजे 3 बजे 4 बजे. 5 o'clock, 40 past 5, 5:40 पे, he was there at 5 miles, right? And 6:04, that is 6 o'clock and 4 minutes ahead, that 4 past 6, he was at 8 miles. So 3 miles का distance he covered in that much time. So speed निकल जाएगा, speed is equal to distance upon time. So यहाँ से speed निकला and इस speed को अगर total time से अपन multiply करेंगे, we will get the distance, right? So only second is sufficient to give the answer, and that is a very good question, right? We move on to next question. Question number 9. Let's see what does it say. How long will it take for a jeep to travel a distance of 250 km? Again, now this is we need is time. So time is required, time is the question, and distance is given. So speed is equal to distance upon time. Time पता करना है, distance given है, speed पता चल जाएगी, done. The relative speed of jeep with respect to a car moving in the same direction at 40 km per hour is 50 km per hour. Yes. What is required? See, आपको relative speed दे रखी है, आपको कार की speed दे रखी है, and you know it very well. If they are in the same direction, we just minus A minus B and we get the relative speed. So we have three things. One is relative speed, one is car's speed, and one is X speed. That is what we need to find out. So we have got two unknowns. One unknown can be found out. So speed of the car can be found out with one only. So one is for sure sufficient. Why? यहाँ से स्पीड पता लगा लेंगे. See, relative speed 50 दे रखी है, कार की स्पीड 40 दे रखी है. समथिंग में से 40 माइनस करेंगे तो 50 आएगा, तो वो समथिंग निकल जाएगा. एंड दैट समथिंग विल बी द स्पीड ऑफ द जीप. स्पीड ऑफ द जीप इज गिवन, टोटल डिस्टेंस इज गिवन, टाइम निकालना कौन सा बड़ा बात है, हो जाएगा. सेकेंड, द कार स्टार्टेड एट 3 AM in the morning. What should I do? मुझे क्या करना है, मुझे कोई लेने देना नहीं है. So first is sufficient. Only first, the data written in the first is sufficient to give the answer. That is the question, right? एक ही चीज आपको समझना है कि data sufficiency type question में answer is not important. आप बोलेंगे सर बार बार क्यों बोल रहे हो? See, बार बार इसलिए बोल रहा हूं क्योंकि टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करना है, पहला बात. दूसरा बात, स्ट्रेट अवे क्वेश्चन देखो, आंसर निकालो, दैट इज इट. यही करना है. अदरवाइज समटाइम्स क्वेश्चन के आंसर के चक्कर में इतना उलझ जाओगे कि एक्चुअली आप अगले क्वेश्चन तक पहुंच ही नहीं पाओगे. स्पीड, टाइम, डिस्टेंस. द बेसिक फॉर्मूला इज डिस्टेंस, स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. तीन अननोन है, दो चीजें पता हो, एक निकल सकती है. ये डेटा सफिशिएंसी में भी काम का है. एंड एक्चुअल वे में जो अरिथमेटिक क्वेश्चंस हैं उसके लिए बेसिक फॉर्मूला, आगे जो भी क्वेश्चन बनाना है उसका आधार वहीं पे है. सो स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम से कोई भी क्वेश्चन को स्टार्ट करिए, मूव ऑन, आगे बढ़िए. और जो आपको दे रखा है, अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन and frame the equations accordingly and simplify the equation and you are through. So in this way we are at the end of this chapter, distance and time. What I require now, पहली बात तो ये जो वीडियो आप देख रहे हो, वीडियो सोल्यूशन आप देख रहे हो, you need to share it to your friends. Sharing is caring, man. सभी को शेयर कर दो. Second thing, man, do all the remaining questions. जितने सारे क्वेश्चन रह गए हैं उन्हें कर डालो, बिकॉज जब तक करोगे नहीं आपको कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आएगा. मैं यहां पे क्वेश्चन कर रहा हूं, मुझे कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा. आई वॉन्ट दिस सेम कॉन्फिडेंस इन यू ऑल. सो डू ऑल द क्वेश्चंस ऑन पेपर विद अ पेन. डू इट नाउ. सो अभी के लिए अलविदा लेते हैं. अगर अभी तक भी ये चैनल सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है, डू सब्सक्राइब दिस चैनल. थैंक यू एंड टेक केयर.